Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the news. First, let's have a look at the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma takes up second phase boundary talk between Assam and Meghalaya with Amit Shah. NIA filing charge sheet against HNLC will not affect peace talks, says Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma launches online portal of Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act. And Cabinet approves extension of CRPC and CPC to all courts in the state. And now for the news in detail. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Wednesday said the Union Home Minister Amit Shah has asked the state government to move on with the border talks for resolving the remaining 6 areas of difference with Assam. During his recent visit to New Delhi, he had informed the Union Home Minister Amit Shah about the start of the second phase of the border talks between Meghalaya and Assam. He also submitted a report on the works done by the MDA government during the past 4.5 years.
And we will try our best to resolve this issue at the earliest. To that, he of course was very happy, very positive, and he said that he would like to see that we are able to resolve these issues at the earliest. And he stressed on that, and he said that we should work closely with some government also and with central government and find a way to resolve this issue.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has said the NIA filing charge sheet against HNLC leaders will not affect the peace talks with the outfit. The NIA had filed charge sheet against 4 HNLC men, including its chief, Bobby Marwin, for planting an IED behind staff quarters of Star Cement in East Jaintia Hills. Talking to reporters, the Chief Minister gave an assurance and they will ensure there is no kind of hurdle or interference because of these investigations by independent agencies, and this will not and should not affect the peace talks. It may be mentioned that the Chief Minister recently met the Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi and discussed about the peace talks with HNLC.
We will ensure that there is no kind of hurdle or any kind of interference or any kind of problem because of these investigations. These are the independent investigations by an independent agency that are going on. So this will not and should not affect the peace talks.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today launched the online portal of the Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act. The web-based system is being rolled out in 7 localities of Shillong. The first phase is being implemented in the localities of Nongrum Hills, Lapalang, Nongminsong, Nongra, Pokse, Riatlaban and Wa Dingling. Speaking on the occasion, he said the implementation of the digitized system will not only ensure the safety and security of the residents, but it will also act as a strong intelligence gathering system for authorities to monitor and act based on the intelligence input gathered from the online database. The web application has been designed and developed to enable the landlord, tenants, local authorities of the localities and sub-localities to register and enter the details of the residents, that is, landlords and tenants, rental units, and as provisions in the Form B of the Act. The URL of the web application is http://megrssa.nic.in.
We will be focusing on the safety and security of the people who are residing in different localities. This also acts as a very strong intelligence system for us to know exactly who is where, in which locality, and allows us to be able to accordingly monitor and act based on this intelligence input.
Cabinet has approved the extension of Court of Criminal Procedure (CRPC) and Court of Civil Procedure (CPC) to all courts in Meghalaya. Briefing reporters after the Cabinet meeting on Wednesday, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma told reporters that after detailed consultation with all district councils and after clarifying their concerns, the government cleared the notification. He said the provision of the CRPC 1973 will apply to the courts in Meghalaya. The decision is in pursuance to full separation of judiciary from the executive and in exercise of the power conferred in proviso to subsection 2 of section 1 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, Act 2 of 1974.
And after clarifying all the concerns that they had, we have gone ahead today to clear the notification. And the language reads as follows. In pursuance of full separation of judiciary from the executive and in exercise of the powers conferred in proviso to subsection 2 of section 1 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, Act 2 of 1974, the Governor of Meghalaya is pleased to apply the provisions of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 to the courts in the state of Meghalaya.
The state government plans to have the first passenger ropeway from Shillong Peak to Lausatun with Rs 140 crore from the New Development Bank. The Cabinet on Wednesday cleared the ropeway bill in this regard. The Meghalaya Ropeway Bill 2022 will be placed in the Assembly, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma told reporters. The bill is to lay down the procedures for different passenger tourist ropeway that are expected to come up in the state. The government will be calling the tender for the ropeway in the next 15 to 30 days. Meanwhile, the Cabinet has also approved the Meghalaya State Consumer Protection Mediation Rules 2022. This is being done to ensure for any consumer protection issues, the arbitrations can be done at the district level so that they need not come to appellate authority.
The procedures, for different passenger tourist ropeways that are expected to come up in the state. The first one being the Shillong Peak ropeway, for which an amount of roughly about approximately 140 crores through the New Development Bank has already been sanctioned. And we expect that we should be calling the tender for this ropeway, Shillong ropeway project, in the next 15 days to 30 days time.
The Chief Executive Member of Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council, Titos Welkhan, said that the council have expressed their concern in the decision of the Cabinet regarding the imposition of CRPC and CPC to the courts in Meghalaya. The CM said that the council has expressed their concern that this notification will dilute the powers and function of district council courts, right from the village court and the subordinate court. He also informed that on 12 September 2022, he will call all-party meeting to discuss and take decision as to what steps they will take in the near future.
Once the government has given this notification, the powers and function of all our district council court will be diluted. They will have no more, because it's very difficult for us to run the village court, the subordinate court, because at that time we will need that the CM or the practice by the different practice of court in the village level and district council in subordinate court. All they have to pass LLB, because so far any case taken up in the village court and the subordinate court, we are taking only the spirit of the CRPC and CPC.
And now for the weather report. Maximum temperature 25.1 degrees Celsius, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, relative humidity in the morning 81% and in the evening 95%, rainfall 18.6 millimeters, forecast moderate rain is very likely to occur at a few places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DT News Shillong YouTube channel to tune into our daily bulletin. And now for the headlines once again. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma takes up second phase boundary talk between Assam and Meghalaya with Amit Shah. NIA filing charge sheet against HNLC will not affect peace talk, says Chief Minister. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma launches online portal of Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act. And Cabinet approves extension of CRPC and CPC to all courts in the state. Well, that's all we have for you in today's edition of the news. Do tune in tomorrow at the same time and same channel. Have a good night.